Hello, in this video we are going to look at rules of logarithm, right? So first of all, let's see, we have three different rule. One is the product rule, so let us see what is the product rule. So the product rule is, if I have logarithm of mn, so I have two quantity in product form and my base is a, then it is going to be equal to logarithm of m base a plus logarithm of n base a. So this is the product rule, right? So now let's look at the second one, the quotient rule. So quotient rule, right? So the quotient rule says, if I have a logarithm, in this case my both the quantity m and n are in quotient form and the base of the logarithm is a, then it is going to be equal to logarithm of m base a minus logarithm of n base a. So that is the quotient rule. So let's look at the third one. The last rule is power rule. So power rule, so the power rule says that if I have a logarithm m power r with base a, so it is going to be equal to r logarithm m base a. So what happened is, in this case is, as you can see, that power r basically come the front of my logarithm. So here it is. Okay, so so these are the three rules of logarithm. So let's try to solve some problem using these three rule. All right, so the problem statement is saying, given a logarithm of z base 5 equal to 3 and given logarithm of y base 5 equal to 2. So given these two quantity, evaluate the following. Four quantities. So let me write down one by one. So evaluate, first of all, number a, evaluate this expression logarithm y z base 5. So we need to evaluate this expression. All right, and then b, I need to evaluate logarithm of square root z over y base 5. So I need to evaluate this expression. And c, I need to evaluate this expression logarithm of 125 y power 7 base 5. And the last one, I need to evaluate d, which is logarithm z power 130 and y power 5 base 5. All right, so let me rephrase it again. So given logarithm z equal to 3 and logarithm y equal to 2, I need to evaluate all these four different expressions. So let me start one by one. Okay, so let's start with a. First of all, see here, I have logarithm y multiplied by z. So you can see I have two quantity in multiplication form. So if I have two quantity in multiplication form, then I know what can I write. I can write individually logarithm y plus logarithm z, and both the cases my base is 5. So that is coming from the product rule. So let's now substitute. What is logarithm of y base 5? We know that logarithm of y base 5 equal to 2 plus, and what is logarithm of z base 5? Logarithm of z base 5 is 3, so it is equal to 5. So this is the expression, the value of the expression for a. So let's look b. First of all, let me rewrite this expression. So logarithm base 5, I have nothing to do with that. Now square root of z over y, can I write it down as z over y power 1/2? All right, so this is equivalent. All right, now I want to remind you our power rule. Right, what does the power rule says? If I have a logarithm m power r, then what happen? R basically come at the front. Okay, R basically come at the front, so it is r logarithm m. So in this case this is going to come at the front, so I am going to have what? Half, and then the other expression is exactly same, logarithm base 5 and z over y. Okay, so fine. So now equal to half and half is same. Now let's look at our quotient rule. In the quotient rule, if I have logarithm m over n, I know that it is what? Logarithm m minus logarithm n. So look at here, logarithm of z over y. So logarithm of z over y, what can I write? It is logarithm of z minus logarithm of y, and as my original base is 5, base here is also 5, base here is also 5. Okay, so let's see, let's evaluate this expression. So it is what? Half logarithm z is 3 minus logarithm y is 2, so it is basically equal to half. Okay, so that is the second expression. All right, so now let us look at my third expression. In this case, first of all, let me use another color. So I have two quantity, 125, I'm going to call it m, and y power 7, I'm going to call it n. So logarithm of m multiplied by n. So what can I write? I can write logarithm of m, which is 125, plus logarithm of n. So logarithm of n in this case is y power 7, and both my original base is 5, so in the both the cases it will be base 5, base 5. Okay, so let's see what I can simplify. First of all, what can I write here? 125. So logarithm 125, I can write it as 5 cube, and of course base 5 is base 5, plus logarithm y power 7. I want to remind you about the power rule, m power r. When I have m power r, r comes at the front of the logarithm, So it is y power 7. So 7 is going to come at the front of my logarithm here. So it is going to be what? 7 logarithm of y base 5. Okay, so let's see what I get. Again, for this one I have 5 power 3, so power rule, so that 3 is going to come at the front of my logarithm. So what I have 3 logarithm of 5 base 5 plus 7 logarithm of y. Logarithm of y is equal to 2, so 7 multiplied by 2. Now 3 is 3. What about logarithm 5 base 5? I just want to remind you on the basic logarithm. What is logarithm of a base a, which is equal to 1? So it is going to be 3 multiplied by 1 plus 14. So it will be actually equal to 17. Okay, so this is the answer for number 3. Okay, so now let's look at number 4. Again, what I have two quantities, z power 130, I'm going to call it m, and y power 5, I'm going to call it n. So I have two quantity in product form, so I can write logarithm of my m is what? Z power 130 plus logarithm of n. In this case my n is y power 5 and my base is always 5 in this case. So let's see. So this is again now power rule, z power 130. So the power 130 is going to come in the front of my logarithm. So I have 130 and then a logarithm z base 5 plus again this y power 5. So that power 5 is going to come at the front of the logarithm. So it is going to be 5 logarithm y base 5. So let's see what I have. So 1 over 30. What is logarithm z? Logarithm z is 3. So it is 3 plus 5 multiplied by logarithm of 2 equal to logarithm y equal to 2. So if you punch the calculator, you are going to get 10.1. So this is the answer for this particular problem. So that is the end of this video of rules of logarithm. In the next video we are going to try to learn some other things for the logarithmic function. So